Ben Simmons has struggled a lot in the NBA in the last 2 years. His story of battling with physical troubles and mental health concerns paints an ugly picture of what's possible at the highest level in the NBA. Of course, he's only got himself to blame for the lack of support, which has been a result of all that. But he's found some support in his new teammate Seth Curry. Let's take a look. First up, Seth Curry backing Simmons to achieve his potential. These comments can go a long way for players in similar positions to Ben Simmons. The Nets fans will be hoping that the same happens to their Australian star. But before we look at the potential impact, first it's important to see what Seth Curry had to say about his new teammate. Despite Simmons' ongoing struggles, the biggest critique on the 27-year-old has always been regarding his shooting and jump shot in particular. But his teammate and sharpshooter Seth Curry believes that there's no reason why Simmons can't achieve his true potential even without developing a proper jump shot. In fact, Curry added that the Australian can be unstoppable regardless of his shooting issue, as long as he keeps on working on his free throws and polishes that particular aspect of his game. We can analyze as much as we want from the sidelines and from afar, but truth is, only people who watch him train can truly comment on where he stands. That's why Curry's comment should not be taken lightly, because the guard explained that once Simmons puts his head down and gets back in the groove, there won't be any stopping him, and we can't help but agree with this bit. Then, Seth's tactical analysis on Simmons. Seth has a history of playing with Simmons, as both of them were teammates in Philly back in the 2020-21 season too. Both of them arrived in Brooklyn together, and that could be a major reason why the sharpshooter thinks that the fellow 6'11" guard doesn't necessarily need a jump shot to improve his game and reach his true potential. He added that Simmons should keep it simple and focus on the things that he does best. For example, Seth mentioned how Ben's size and talent means there will always be 2 players required, and sometimes even 3, to stop him from getting to the rim. That can be a huge bonus in a team littered with all-stars like the Nets. Curry added that if Simmons can keep on defending the way he does and makes the plays for other people along with rebounding and pushing the ball, there's no reason why he can't be a success in his new team. Of course, a player like Seth can benefit immensely if Simmons is playing at the highest level, because he keeps on assaulting the rim and also creates a lot of offense for his teammates. And it's a really good call from the 31-year-old who cleverly pointed out the free throw tweak. It's spot on and makes so much sense. Imagine if Simmons can improve his free throw percentage. He'd be putting in insane numbers in every game. But Simmons needs his rhythm back. Another spot on observation from the American was that it's not going to be easy for Simmons to return to the 4. While everyone had an idea about that, Seth went into detail a few days ago, discussing what it'll take for Ben to regain his lost form and provide a similar impact to the one he had in his early days with the Sixers. Curry was quick to point out that Simmons remains an all-star caliber player, and there's no denying that, at least not from our side. But making a return after remaining out for a year isn't easy to do. The good thing is, he's not the only big name to have missed a major part of the last year, and that'll probably fill him with a bit of hope, because it's always nice to see others going through something similar to what you're experiencing. Curry mentioned that the road for his return will be challenging, and getting his rhythm back won't be easy either. At the same time, Seth was quite empathetic of what his teammate had gone through. He talked about how he didn't have much idea what Simmons had gone through mentally, and thinks that it's not his place to comment, but understands that staying out of the main scene for more than a year can't be easy. He knows that the talented Aussie will need time to get reacclimated to high-level basketball. At the same time, Seth was quick to issue a warning and remind people that Simmons is a special talent, and the Nets definitely need him on the floor. And can he make a successful return? As of now, the former All-Star has been working his return at the HSS Training Center in Brooklyn. He was also involved in the Nets' welcome of the soccer club FC Barcelona, all of which indicates that there's a good chance he remains with the franchise for the beginning of the upcoming season. The Nets too have bigger fish to handle, with KD and Kyrie both reliably linked with possible trades away from Brooklyn, and the front office of the Nets wouldn't want to lose all 3 of their biggest stars in the same year. It might remain in their best interest to invest heavily in building a team around Simmons, because he's still one of the youngest and the most talented players in the league. Of course, as we mentioned before, there are some glaring weaknesses in his play, but all the other attributes make up for his shortcomings. There should be no reason why the Australian can't make a return, but he'll need all the support he can get from the fans, the front office, and the franchise itself. As Curry pointed out too, there's no reason for him to improve his jump shot as long as he's working on his free throws. Plus, with every passing day, it's becoming increasingly likely that the drama in the market will be anticlimactic. If that's the case, there won't be anyone more happy than the Brooklyn Nets, as they'd have managed to keep a hold of Kyrie and KD. If they can truly do that, adding Simmons to the mix would nearly be a cheat code for success. In other news, Seth is not the only person defending Simmons. Following the plethora of abuse and criticism that Simmons received in his time at the Sixers and during his current stay with the Nets, it seems that Simmons now has the people around him rooting for him. The latest person to join the Defenders fan club was his fiancée, Maya Jama, a British TV presenter and also a model, who replied to a fan who'd commented, "Get in the gym instead of vacation." Jama's comments were interesting as she said that Simmons is in the gym every day. Immediately, though, the keyboard warrior and critic was quick to delete his comment along with Jama's comment, which was also removed. It's incredibly cute to see Maya Jama standing up for her fiancé and giving a shut-up call to his critics, and may the couple stay together for a long period. If they've made it through the current turbulent period of Simmons' career, there's a good chance they'll be together for a long time. Secondly, Nets think KD will retract trade request. You know the drill. Take it with a pinch of salt, especially if you're a Brooklyn fan. There's a decent chance, according to CBS Sports, that KD will retract his request after a large part of the offseason has passed without an offer materializing for Durant. In fact, every day that KD doesn't get traded officially means that the Nets grow increasingly confident of keeping the All-Star with them for another season. It'd be a huge boost after a tumultuous offseason for the Brooklyn franchise and would provide them with a much-needed boost ahead of the upcoming season. From potentially having to rebuild the squad, they'd be confident of going again, this time with Simmons in the roster and challenging for the biggest honor in basketball, the NBA championship. But we wouldn't get too excited just yet, considering there's a lot of offseason still left, and these things can materialize fairly quickly. Lastly, is the Kyrie deal dead? While KD moving to the Celtics remains the biggest possible news of the summer, a potential move for Kyrie to the Lakers is the one that everyone wants to see happen. And after a lot of progress, it seems now that the deal is dead, and there haven't been any updates on it for quite some time. Kyrie continues to flirt with the Lakers as he appeared at the Lakers coaches camp in LA, and recent rumors suggest that many executives believe that the LA franchise can still make the deal happen for either Kyrie or for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. But what's the delay then? Our best guess regarding the topic remains the KD deal, as the Nets have mentioned time and again that they want to resolve the KD issue before diving into the Kyrie problem. That's a wrap for this video. Do you agree with Seth's comments? Can Simmons still reach his true potential if he doesn't add the jump shot to his arsenal? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. This